Ciao, ciao, Sveiki! By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to search and find rooms for rent in Riga. Either you are staying in Riga for short term or long term, how much are the prices, and little tips and tricks that you need to know before renting room in Riga. So let's go! How can I find rooms for rent Riga? Of course, the super best and the most comfortable option would be to know someone who knows someone who could rent you a room. But if you are new to Latvia or Riga and you don't know anyone, the only option it is to search online. And it doesn't matter if you are visiting Riga, traveling to Riga for example, business trip, are you moving here for study, for job, or you just wanna see Riga and have a nice time here? Maybe you are coming to Riga for a weekend trip, for vacation. Maybe you arrived here and you're gonna stay here forever. In this video, we will use Google as a best search engine mechanism that we have right now to find the best option to find a room to rent in Riga. In this video, we will explore worldwide websites, international websites, local websites for renting room in Riga, as well as free websites. Yes, there are still lots of things that people are offering completely for free. In this video, I will share the best options that I have found traveling around Latvia myself. And also I asked some of my friends who are locals, we are all from here. If you know the better option or best option or really bad option, please leave the comments below so I know maybe for the next video I can recommend exactly the place where you have rented your place to stay in Riga. Or maybe you had such a bad experience that you say never ever deal with that agency or deal with that website or with this person. Please also do leave your comment and your experience underneath the video. Sharing is caring. And before beginning our magnificent search on Google, I will give you a tip or a little secret how to widen your search horizons in Google for better options finding your room. And this tip is searching in Latvian and searching in English. Let's first do in Latvian so you see what comes up on the first page in Latvian. Izīrēt istabu Riga means rent room in Riga. Don't worry if you have no idea about Latvian language. Now we have amazing Google who does all the translation for us. So you just right click on this page and translate to English. You will have all information needed in English. But I will not do it for now, just so we can see what options are available here. So we're gonna explore. I will tell you the best options for myself that I found it helpful. And I will also explore some things that Google is giving. But there will be much more options than what I will be giving to you in this video. So please do your own research as well. This video is like a guide for person who doesn't know anything about Riga. So let's see. So we have here on top of a result of Google, we see ss.com. ss.com is a local website. You can buy there anything, sell or rent. It's amazing place for anyone who is from Latvia or from Riga. Very similar to Facebook Marketplace, just a website on its own. It's been there as long as I remember myself, and people are still using it. So, and let's see what's the difference in a search. When we write down the same phrase, rent room Riga, in English, straight away we see the top results are different. There are a few similar websites. Of course, we can also see worldwide international websites which appear here, which we'll also explore just a bit. We're going to touch on them. Also, Erasmus, never used it before. If you had experience on Erasmus, please leave the comment below and we see some more search results. So now you know the secret is to search in Latvian and in English. Yes, you might have language barrier when you will call to landlords who speak only in Russian or Latvian, but you can always ask some friends if you know someone in Latvia, or you can try to speak in English. They would not mind, especially if you arrive here, you have the address, you can always come there and just see the room and hopefully have someone next to you able to translate. Plus Google can translate anything right now. If you're gonna type it, or you're gonna voice or record your voice to translate English into Russian or into Latvian. Yes, in Latvia both languages are still equally used, Russian and Latvian. So now we're going to explore a local Latvian website, which is also used in Riga. It's called ss.com. So as you see, it is primarily made in Latvian, but you can also have an option on the right top of the corner for English versions. Not everything, but most of the buttons that you need to understand, it's available in English. And what you will do here, you can straight away right click on the page and translate to English whole page. So now you're gonna have all options in English. If you want to do so, we're gonna we're gonna minimize our search to what we are looking for. So strangely enough, in this website, handover means renting a room or renting apartment, renting. So this is like a fourth option from the top. You're going to choose that. We will choose center. And also, so we don't have 1000 adverts, we're going to choose only for last 2 days, and also press the price, so it's sorted by price. So yesterday I was preparing the content for this video. There was a rooms available renting per day for 18 from starting from 18 to 25 euros per flat. Actually, it's not even a room. Today it's Saturday, it's not available no more. Well, what we can do, we have what we have. But yes, the rooms were the cheapest version here. It was for 18 euros per night. So because it's December, people are arriving to Riga. Also, it's a weekend. We are not able to find them here no more. But what we can see here, we're going to press right click again and translate the page in English. Here is a room for rent, we can see. And the best thing is that you can see the street. This is the room, only one room we are searching for, square meters. This square meters of the property could be the room or the whole property. So you have to call up and ask, what exactly do they mean by that? The floor. So it means the house or the building has 5 floors and the room is located on the third floor. For example, you are lazy to walk on third floor. You want only on the first one. So at least you're going to see straight away what on which floor your room will be available. And the price, 150 euros per month. I think this is going to be the cheapest local websites for renting a room, renting accommodation, apartment, flat share, studio flat in Riga in this website. But there will be also some um, minuses, some negatives in this website. So I will also talk you through all the questions that you should be asking to a person in the end of this video. So stay with me, stay with me. So 150 euros per month, 170 euros per month. Some of them, they're going to be a one room apartment, so it means that you have to for sure pay all the bills on top if you're renting a whole apartment, but which is not so bad, because look, if you have 150 euro a one room, and if you have a friend with whom you are feeling comfortable to share, so you can both stay together in a whole apartment without anyone else, which is fantastic. So let's see where else we can see. There's studio apartments, um, apartments. I rent a room, one room. So here someone is renting a room for 300 euros. Yes, we can also translate it. Oh no, this is one room apartment. So this is a bit tricky in the search because it says one room. I would think that it's actually one room. I guess you would also do the same. Let's see if there's any other rooms available in this website. Yes, so we're not going to explore all the adverts. I just wanted to show you the websites where you can find those rooms. And this one, it is Also a flat. The best thing, you have pictures here. You can see what is offered to you. So that's probably pretty much. You have to go to each advert and check if they are offering a room. Yes. So that's the assess.com option. The next option, which is good to search for if you're on the budget and you want to have like a cheapest option, would be Facebook. I don't remember did it come up for the search, but Facebook Marketplace is also a really good option to sell anything, to rent anything, and to buy anything. It's really popular in Latvia, especially in Riga. And now we're gonna see, we wanna rent a room. We can write it in English and we can write it in Latvian, but we're gonna do it right now in English. See what comes up for us. Rent room. Also, you can sort by the price. Let's say you want to have the cheapest room because you're on a budget. So you can see what's available. Need a room. Someone even posting that they need a room. You can also try. Why not? Maybe someone gonna contact you. Someone needs a roommate. This is actually the room itself, and it's 150 euros. As I said, the questions that you should be asking and checking in the advert, I will tell you in the end of this video. Please remember, I'm not like an expert. I'm just a person who is trying to guide you throughout this video how to do it, because when I arrived for the first time in a city where I didn't know even one person, it was so scary, so difficult. I didn't know where to go. So I hope this video gonna make your search much easier. And if you already have some questions, please do leave your comment with a question below. I will try to answer as soon as possible. And if I have enough questions about Riga, renting rooms in Riga, I might make another video for you guys. Yes. So we can explore here all the apartments, studio flats, accommodations that you can rent in Riga. As you see, there are many options in different locations. Free room in two-bedroom apartment. That's not the cheapest option, but let's see what it says here. And we can also translate it. Let's see if it's going to translate for us. No. So probably you would need to go to Google Translator, translate what it says here. And mostly you will need to pay a deposit for a room if they are thinking to rent you for a long term or short term. Depending on the long term or short term. For long term, they probably will ask you for a deposit and maybe even to pay some months on front. So now you know already two local places, two local websites where locals look for cheapest short term and long term accommodations options in Riga or also in Latvia. So now we're going to explore some English search that we found in Google. We're going to explore some nice those websites, City Real, this is like the agencies. So if you want to rent a place through the agency, sometimes maybe you're going to find here someone locals, and please do so. If you have rented our apartments from those websites, please leave this in comment. What was your experience like? Because I'm not going to check them in this video. There are so many websites, crazy. But for the short stays in Riga, those worldwide websites are the best. And let's check Airbnb option. Let's see just the prices. How much approximately are the prices in to rent a room in Riga? Airbnb is the biggest website, I think, right now in Latvia for searching any place. Like, they are so great, and locals really renting those apartments and those rooms out, which is fantastic. And let's say we're gonna see, you wanna come here in January when the prices are cheaper. You wanna come here, let's say, for 5 days, which the most cheapest days to stay and buy the tickets for like a plane as well as for a room or a place to stay. It's always Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday, and Friday mostly are the most expensive times of the week. We're gonna search for a single person. Let's say you're coming here alone for a nice single trip. So what we're gonna see here, it would be the rooms. Yes, so the rooms, for example, here, starting from 24 euros per night. And you have several options: 24, 41, 32, probably depending on what exactly you'll be looking for. Can we sort here by price? No, we can just see maximum. Let's say you don't want to pay more than 35 euros per night in January 2023. And what are the cheapest option right now available for 24 euros? Even 21, look, we can, it's not in the complete center, but we can see 21 euro a room as well. If you're on the budget, at least you know it's available. So those are the approximate prices in Riga. I'm sure there are much more options, but because we have filtered it down to 35 euros, we have less options. Also, we can see if we want to rent out something for 50 euros, how much more options do we have? Yes, we have some more options, as you say. Yeah, this is Riga Old Town. If you are a person who would just come for a weekend, or for 1 or 2 days, and you want to explore Riga, this is the best option where to stay, or at least this is the round. Yeah, I don't think you want to stay over the bridge. If you are a person who loves to crossing the bridges every single day or for 2 days, then yes, but better stay here in Vets Riga, which from Latvian to English means Riga Old Town. This is the best places to stay. Maybe you can do a bit outside, but for 2 days or for one night, if you're coming, don't go far away from Old Town. So we have explored right now Airbnb. We're going to explore next option, which is offered by Google to us, which is trip.com, planets of hotels. And trip.com, never heard of them before. Tell me if you have used them. Maybe they are popular somewhere else. As much as I know, Riga, it is popular, the most popular websites worldwide. It is Airbnb and booking.com in December 2022. Maybe it's going to change. Yes, so this is good places to stay for a short-term trip. So booking.com, let's check how much are the rooms here. So the rooms the rooms here for January, let's say we are coming here alone, only for a really short period of time. We're coming here alone and we are searching for a room in Riga. Let's see what the prices, what's the difference in the prices here. I've seen there is private rooms. There you go. Amazing. Um, s- so if you want something cheap, 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 it's also possible to get. I don't know if they can show us in filter the cheapest version. I think somewhere there was a cheapest. Ah, yes, here you can sort by the price lowest first. So it's 35 euros per night. Amazing. It's really good price. Yeah, so if you want to see for one adult for 3 nights, right? That's the price that you will pay. That's not too bad. It's even, yes, that's a price lowest first. I want to know if this is going to be for 3 nights or for one night only. Yes, the price here is shown by for 3 nights, but this is hostel, and the topest and the next one, it is hostel. So hostel, you know what it means, right? You're going to be staying with other people, but we are looking for private room. How can we do that? um, we have to then find bed in dormitory. As I understood, it's also something similar to hostel. We don't want to have dormitory. We want to have a single on room. So how twin bed preferences? So here you have to do also your search. Maybe there is a way how to minimize your search. Twin room, one bedroom apartment. Mm-hmm. A single bed. Okay, so that's the another good option, I guess. And the price for double room 29. So 29 euros you can buy for one night, single room with a shared bathroom. If you want to stay in a room by yourself, that's also an option. And I think this was the cheapest options that I've seen already before. which was coming up to, let's see, which comes to 64 euros per night, which is like what, 20 euros, 21 euro per night, which is also not too bad if you want to come here for short term stay. So the booking.com, as you see, also have like lots of options. This is another place where you can rent for a short stay. And I would like to ask you a question. What are you actually going to do in Riga? Why are you visiting Riga? Please leave a comment before, because I'm so curious why people come here. I want to know. Yeah, so now we explored another website. So we've seen it's approximately here. One double bed with kitchen is gonna be around 122 euros per night, which is also quite good price, unless you are ready to stay with other people in a shared room. Some people are okay. I never stayed, so I'm not sure how it feels. If you did, also leave, please, your experience in a comment below so I can get some feedback from you. Now we have explored those options. Let's see a next option that we have in our English search, which is also those agencies. What else do we have? I see there's so many people who are saying the Spotahome like a good place. Is it really a good place, guys? Have you ever stayed in Riga? Have you ever stayed in Riga or rented something out from a spot, a home place? Never heard about it. So let's see what they are offering here in Spotahome website. I want to know. First time I see this website. Maybe this is something new. Let's see if they have also rooms in a shared apartment. Yes, they do have rooms from 17 December, which is quite expensive. 890 euros per month, right? Wow, you can get three apartments in the same price. A room in four-bedroom apartment, which is not too bad, 270. Another room which is available from May 2023. Who would wait for so long? You have so many other websites where you can rent, right? Why would someone order a room 5 or 6 months before? Who knows? But this is the options that you can get. Spot Home Room Riga. Those are the options that we can find here. Yes. So let's find the rooms. Where else? So we have explored those big websites that I would recommend to search. What else we are missing? Let's see. And now let's explore how can you find a room to rent in Riga completely for free. Yes, as I said, there is still option, a free option if you are completely on a budget. If you're a solo traveler, maybe you're traveling with a family, yes, it is still there. And I'm not sure if you have heard of it or not. Couch surfing is one of the best option to stay with anyone completely free. The only thing is that you probably will stay with other people. You will not stay anywhere where you want, like you have to ask from the host what they will offer to you. And really, truly, sometimes hosts offering much more than Airbnb. They may be going to give you a bicycle or something that you can use completely free of charge. But what also you have to think, if you are thinking about like a free place to stay, you have to read their description, their profile, because most of hosts will want to get to know you. And if you are thinking that you will come to couchsurfing and not even talk to them, not give them any time, well, that's a bad idea. Better than pay something for the money. And also, before you will agree on some kind of stay, ask them what are they going to offer to you. Maybe you are not comfortable to stay in the living room on the bed or in the floor, right, on the mattress. Maybe you are not. Maybe the people will offer you the whole room. I stayed few times using couch surfing, and they have given to me keys, and whole flat was for me. Can you imagine? They were working whole week, so they just could spend a little bit of time with me. So couchsurfing is amazing alternative if you are solo traveler, maybe you are two of you and you want to have it on the budget. Yes, so what I would ask you to do here, please do read a profile. Think if you are comfortable staying with this person or with those people, and do make sure for how long you can stay there and what would what they will offer. I hopefully they will not refuse you to use their toilet or the shower or the kitchen if they're already taking you in their home, but just make sure so the details are um, communicated enough so you know both what to expect from each other. And the best thing, you can change the cities, you can change the location within a Riga and stay completely for free with different people. But what I would recommend you from my point of view, if you are staying with someone for a month or two completely for free, do help them at home, help them around, or give them some money or some present. I think it will be just nice thing. And another thing, what I heard recently, that somehow couchsurfing is turning into a dating website. Guys, if you want to date someone, go to a dating website. That's not a dating website. That's not nice when you come to someone place hoping for some extras. Yes, don't do it. Um, Stay there, use whatever the host is offering you, and if you want to have a nice dating night with someone, go and use other websites and online apps. What else I would like to tell you about this couch surfing? Actually, this is one of the great place to stay. You have to text or message the host and see if they're going to be able to accept you. Some people are happy also to go around the city with you and show you around. Maybe you can't stay with them, but that's another good option. Plus, before it was completely free. Now, if you want to be verified, you have to pay 56 euros to be verified on Couchsurfing, which is not too bad because right now, in the end of 2022, 56 euros for a lifetime, not so much. But we don't know. Couch surfing is growing, couch surfing is getting trendy, and their fee might be growing. But if you are traveling so often, that's a best place to look for a room to stay in Riga, in Latvia, or anywhere else in the world. And the best thing is that the couch surfing is not the only websites where you can stay for free. I was googling what are the alternative for couch surfing, and the best thing is that there are so many other options where you can actually stay uh, as a family in someone else's home. So warm showers, I know it's been there for a while. It's made for cyclists. So if you are traveling on a bicycle and maybe all around the world or in Europe, this is the community where you can ask to have a shower, maybe eat and move on with your bicycle. I know the trust routes. I registered there as well. It's good for families as well, and you can see there's some little descriptions about each website. So, warm showers, moving worlds, trust routes, and be welcome. They are all free places to stay where you can ask a host to host you. Um, yeah, so I guess that's gonna be it. I think what we can do right now. Yeah, how was the information? Was it helpful? Maybe there was something missing. Please let me know in the comments below. How long are you planning to stay in Riga? Are you coming here for short term or a long term? We're gonna summarize all our search that we've done today. So the first thing, remember, if you want to search for the best option, it is searching in Latvian language and in English languages. Rent a room Riga short term. For the short term stay, Airbnb, where it started around 21 euro per night. Maybe someone bought it already. So around 21 euro per night. Booking.com, around 21 euro per night if you want to rent a room in Riga. Also, it's a good website. And as we have discussed, Couchsurfing, where you can stay with local hosts completely for free, but Maybe you will not have your own room, but it's going to be free. Also, we have explored other alternatives to a couch surfing: warm showers, moving worlds, trust routes, and be welcome. Those are the websites where you can stay with local hosts completely for free. Yes. I'm sure there are much more websites. When I say short term, I mean under 3 weeks. Because if you are planning rent a room in Riga long term, then I would say long term, it would belong to more than 3 weeks. So you are not here anymore for a short trip, for a weekend, or for a week even. The cheapest options and the websites where to search for those long term rooms would be ss.com, Facebook, Marketplace, well, Spotahome if you are ready to pay 3 times more than average person. Airbnb, not a good option for long stays. Price wise, booking.com also no. Couchsurfing and free websites are good for a long term rent room in Riga, as well as, if you remember, writing it in Latvian and searching for those options. We can translate those in English again and see what agencies are there. And there is a first page has some agencies or rooms for the long term rent in Riga. And also, you can do the same thing for the English option. You would write rent a room Riga and see what comes for you there. ss.com and Facebook Marketplace mostly is rented out by agencies or locals. For example, if you're on the budget, 150 euros, this is the cheapest price per room per month. You can pay that. It's a quite decent price to pay for a room, right? But probably if you are renting for only 1 month, you will be required to pay deposit. So now we're going to explore a questionnaire that you may ask a landlord or an agency if you are renting a long term and you're required to pay deposit, pay money upfront, or even a signed contract. Please remember, I'm not a solicitor or agency. I'm just a person who is trying to help you and guide you on the places, and information is good to know if you want to rent a room in Riga long term. So, what I would suggest you, I have a questionnaire here. What should you ask on the phone? So, this questionnaire is good if you are renting a place for a long term, because if you're renting short term from Airbnb or booking.com or other worldwide international websites, they are already like an agency and everything is sorted out for you. You don't have to sign a contract, you just pay money and enter your place. But if you are renting long term directly from the landlord or from the agency, so you have to pay 1 month's money upfront. Maybe you're gonna require to pay something extras, some commission fees or whatever other fees they may ask you, so you don't end up in a bad room. It's better to ask some questions, because sometimes there is a lot of information which stated in the advert, and sometimes the things are not stated. There is no pictures, nothing. You don't understand what exactly you're going to be seeing, and there is no point to waste your time. So for example, here we see the cheapest room which we can find, ss.com. It says 5 room apartment. Are fine to live in a 5 room apartment? So you can imagine how many people are going to live there. Do you have to pay any bills on top? Yes. Do you need to pay commission? Yes, it says here. Well, it's probably community services like bills. So details by phone, they will explain you everything. So when you call there, ask them, how much is the room? So is it going to be actually 150 euros? If not, then if you have to pay bills on top, how much you have to pay maximum in the summer and maximum in the winter? Because in the winter, sometimes we have to pay bills 2 or 3 times more than in summer. And do you need to pay those bills at all? Because some rooms would have all the bills inclusive. So it's easy, you don't have to think, oh, how much money I have to save for the next month. Do you need to pay deposit or any money upfront? If yes, how much? Are you gonna pay by cash or are you gonna pay and send the money? Then, if it's gonna be privately directly from the landlord, are you gonna pay them directly to their bank? Because if you pay cash and something happened and you need to leave the room, how would anybody know that you actually pay them cash? And do you want to pay, for example, renting a room for 2, 3, 4 months? Do you want to pay them 6 months in front? There are some crazy landlords who can even ask something like that, right? So think, do you want to do it? I would probably not want to pay someone cash 6 months in front. Um, I didn't hear yet a bad experiences in Riga actually about renting a places, but you always want to secure yourself and protect yourself as much as you can. So in this case, it's better to rent the place from the agency, but it's not also a guarantee that they will be the best in terms of giving you money back, your deposit or any money that you have paid. Yes, we know I'm giving you the worst case scenarios. I think there are a few of them, but it's also possible just to be mindful about it. How many people live in apartment? Maybe you're gonna rent a room like here, 5 room apartment. Imagine living with 5 people. How many bathrooms are there? Maybe it's only one. Would you like to have wait 1 hour or 2 hours every morning for the shower or going to the toilet? I don't think so. How many people are in the room? Because sometimes there are landlords who are renting um, a room to 2 to 3 people, even to a families. I mean, that's just kind of worst case scenario, but if it's case, you want to know how many people in one room are living, and also ask the average age. If you are, for example, wanting to stay in Riga for 6 months renting a property, imagine if they're 18. Like they want to party, they want to bring someone home, they might not giving you like a peace, right? So if you are ask those questions. What's the average age of people who are renting out? Because it's going to be a completely different lifestyle to someone who is 18 compared to someone who is 35 or even 40. How long you have to give them a notice to leave the place? So sometimes they tell you, okay, if you are wanting to leave the place next month, just call me up. I will check the place and you can go. Sometimes they say, I need 1 month in advance, 3 months in advance, 2 weeks. So you know exactly how long before leaving the place you have to give them the notice for. Those are just questions that I would be asking. Once you're gonna arrive to a place and you already have chosen, you are happy with price, you are happy with everything I told you on the phone, um, and you arrive to the room and you wanna check, what do you need to check? Because I've been renting so many rooms in my life and I had such a crazy bad and good experiences. Yes, life have taught me what exactly I need to check, because sometimes visually all flat is looking fantastically great, amazing, but once you enter the flat and you begin to live in your room, you understand everything is broken. Visually looks great, but really, like imagine you go to the toilet and it's not flashing, or the shower is not working, or it doesn't have a pressure and you can't have a shower, or it doesn't have hot water, or a tub is not opening, not closing, the water is stinky and yellow, or you go inside your room and the bed looked amazing, but when you move there is broken, or the cupboard or the wardrobe is broken, so you have to check all those things. So are you going to have your own bathroom or your own shower or a toilet, like separate, your own private one? When you arrive to the apartment, try to open all the taps and see if they are stable and if the water is running normally. Because experiences show from my friends and my friends and my loved ones that anything can happen. So open the taps of the shower in the sink, open the taps in the kitchen, in the bathroom, especially which you will be used to, just to check if they're working, if the water is running through the tap. If the shower has a good tap and it's working and running and the shower cap is okay. Once you're going to enter the rooms that you want to rent, see if the floor is okay, because sometimes I have such a old flooring or it looks great but it makes such a terrible sound and you would not like it. Maybe the smell of the flat or in the house which you're renting is terrible. Do you want to live there? And you want to check also um, the bed, if it's foldable, open up and see if it's working. Yes, so you don't have like old mattress or broken bed. And open the cupboards and wardrobes if you have them in your room. Check the window. If window is working, can you open and close it easily? Because sometimes the landlords make the room and windows new, but they have a holes in between the wall and some parts of the window. So what it means, you will have a hole which you can't close down, especially in the winter when it's going to be in Riga up to minus 15 and 20. So this is the questionnaire. Hopefully you found it useful. Tell me if there are any other questions that you mostly ask when you enter a property that you want to rent and you checking up if anything is working. Is rent cheap for rooms for rent in Riga? Well, guys, it all depends where you live now. Tell me, please, leave in a comment. Tell me where are you living, in which city and which country, and how much are you paying for a room in the city where you are? Because, for example, in Riga, as we seen, it is around 190 euros, starting from 150 to 300 euros per room per month, plus bills on top in most of cases. Yes, so here we've seen it's also 150 euros, 220, 200 euros, and 300 euros per month. Um, I was living in other cities where you have to pay £1,000, for example, in London, yeah, plus bills on top. And it doesn't always mean that you will have your private bathroom or your private shower. You have to share it with other people. So it means that in Riga it is 4 or 5 times cheaper than in London, or maybe Dublin, or maybe like in Berlin. I'm not sure how much is rent in Berlin. Let me know how much are you paying right now, and do you require to pay bills on top of renting room in a place where you are staying right now? So I guess compared to other countries in Europe, it's not so bad. Maybe if you're coming outside Europe and you are living in different countries, the rent is 50, 60 euros. Or even in Latvia, if you're going to be renting a room outside Riga in small cities, which are not so popular, you'll be required to pay only 50, 60, or maybe even 20 to 30 euros per month per room. Yes. If you will live in a really small village. How big are rooms for rent in Riga? It is really depending on a property. Is it a flat? Is it a house? Flat share? What kind of accommodation it is? Is it renovated? Is it old? Did the landlord specifically changed it to rent and make a money from the property? Because when you see, for example, here in search, it says how big is the property, but it could be a whole property together, or it's going to be maybe only your room, 23 square meters. That's quite a lot of space, right? You can see here, for example, this is the room. It looks quite big when you have two windows in one room. For sure it's not going to be a very small room. Yes. Or let's see another room that we can see, 3 bedroom flat in Riga center. Let's see how big are the rooms here. It doesn't says here how big is the room. Well, from the picture, but only from the picture, it looks big, right? Yes, it looks quite big, and the whole flat looks big. Is it a fact that the room gonna be big? We don't know. We have to go and see. But it's starting around from 3 to 4 square meters per room. What it means? It means that you will be able to have at least a single bed and a wardrobe, maybe a table, and maybe a chair. So it all depends, but mostly they are not as small as in maybe other countries where I lived. Tell me if you rented a room in Riga already. Let me know how big is your room. Have you measured it? Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you found the answers that you've been looking for. If yes, give me a like, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with everyone and anyone who needs some kind of advice, little tips how to find the rooms for rent in Riga. Please do leave a comment about your search. Where did you find your room? How much are you paying right now? And what are the best websites or ways how to find rooms in Riga from your experience? Thank you and have an amazing life. Bye.